Hello everyone and welcome to the Global Classroom. And in today's video, we'll be talking about a very important actor in the West Asia or the Middle East region. And if you're guessing what I'm tracing, then yes, it is Iran. Iran and US and Israel are engaged in a conflict right now, and it becomes important to study Iran's geography and Iran's economy. So let's do that today in this video and also see why US has not been successful in achieving its objective. Now let's see. This is Iran, which is in center of Iraq and Afghanistan. Now, what is the geographical boundaries here? See, Iran borders Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iraq, Turkey, Armenia, Azerbaijan. Now, from the maritime side, it borders Caspian Sea, then it borders Persian Gulf, then here is Strait of Hormuz, and then there is Gulf of Oman. So, if you have to make the mnemonic out of this, then how will you memorize the countries bordering Iran? First, see, it's Turkmenistan and not Tajikistan. Then it's Turkey, hence the T square, Afghanistan, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Pakistan, and Iraq. Now, there's a point to note here that Kuwait, even though you can see in the map that it is touching the border of Iran, it does not touch the border of Iran. So, it is a tricky point, but you have to memorize this. This is the mnemonic that will be handy when you're learning mapping for UPSC or any state PCS exam. The last thing to note in this map is the capital Tehran. And now we'll move on to a map that is much more complex than this map and has all the features that we'll discuss today. See, this is the map of Iran. In the north of Iran is Alborz mountain. In the west and the southwest are the Zagros mountains. Here in the center is the Iranian plateau, and there is Dasht-e Lut desert and Dasht-e Kabir desert. These are the broad features of Iran. And now see the capital of Tehran here. Let me tell you something very interesting about Tehran. See, these Zagros mountains and the Alborz mountain, they form a fortress around Tehran, making it very difficult to invade the capital. And in general as well, the geography of Iran is very complex and very rough. And that is one of the reasons why US has not been able to achieve its objective in invading Iran. Let's come to the maritime boundary. The south of Caspian Sea borders Iran, and here, very important, the Persian Gulf, Gulf of Oman, and the Strait of Hormuz. Let me write it down for you. The Strait of Hormuz also border Iran. So this makes Iran control the waters here. The Strait of Hormuz is also called the choke point, and all straits in the world actually are called choke points because they can be controlled by one country which is the closest to the strait, and it's a very narrow passage. So from this, let me ask you something. What is a strait? What is a gulf? And what is an island? Pause this video here, think about it, and if you know it, then write it in the comment box. So let's discuss what a gulf is first. See, this is a gulf and this is an island. What is the difference? A gulf is a water body surrounded by land from three sides. An island is a land surrounded by water from three sides. So these are the opposites of each other. What is a strait? A strait is a narrow passage of water that connects two large bodies of water. So these are two large bodies, Persian Gulf and Gulf of Oman, and this is your Strait of Hormuz. I hope I've made things clearer for you. Let's come at Persian Gulf here. Do you know 20% of oil production is carried through Persian Gulf. That is why this crisis is much bigger than we think that it is. Some important ports around Persian Gulf are Bandar-e-Bushehr and Bandar-e-Abbas port, very important ports. So let me sum it up for you. We'll put point number 1, why US has been unsuccessful in achieving its objective of invading Iran. First is the complex geography. All invasions have been from Iran and not in Iran. Even in India, Nadir Shah in 1739, he came to India and took the Peacock throne. But then these are the examples of people coming to other countries from Iran, and very less of what invasions have happened in Iran so far. The second is internal unification of Iran. Let me tell you something very important now. So since 1979, Iran has faced sanctions from US. Then in 2006 and 2010, most importantly, and they have been landmark years in the beginning of internal unification of Iran when UNSC sanctioned Iran. So now Iran focused internally on its infrastructure, on its resources, and that is why during this conflict, Iran emerged as a strong opponent against USA and Israel, which USA didn't think of, and let's be very honest, none of us thought that way. So, the third point is why Iran has been successful in controlling the Persian Gulf and the Strait of Hormuz. First, the width of Strait of Hormuz is very small. Second, Persian Gulf is a shallow gulf. So, a very important point to note, it is not a deep gulf. So, this becomes one of the reasons why Iran has been able to control the water bodies around it. So, a country which is one sixth of US controls one tenth of oil production, is increasing its nuclear enrichment, is internally unified, is threatening the role of a major actor in the world order, and was the only stable power in West Asia, has been invaded, but there still remains a question mark of whether it was a victory or it is a victory for US or Israel. Now this is the point where I should stop, but let me tell you one more important thing. Iran has backed some non-state actors as well. So this gave a valid reason to Israel to enter the conflict. But this is a very tricky part because see, USA has tried a lot of times to change the regime of Iran, and once or twice it was successful, but then the regime always went to the favor of the people of Iran. Hence, USA could not control the resources of Iran, and that is why, seeing all the reasons favorable this time, the two powers started a conflict against Iran. Now, this was all from my side for today. This resource rich country, complex geography, only airstrikes can work and no other military power can. Very difficult terrain to work in. This poses a lot of question marks on will the peace persist in Iran and will there be a ceasefire in between USA, Iran, and Israel? That's something we have to see. There have been a lot of peace agreements between the both of them, but continuously disregarded it. So let's see what happens. But for now, this was it from my side, and I hope to see you in the next video. Apologies for not putting a video on Monday. There was some technical issues, but yes, this is here right now. and I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.